5-star and T-Bone up in here. Let's get this party started.
Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Stand up, get crunk, make noise. About to go down for a black and gold boy. We ready, jam tight, no bluff. Saints are locked the winter ring, got a handcuff. Beating down your block, Crescent City cloth in the air. Ask me if I'm a fan, I said hell yeah. Big Easy Mafia is what I be.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Man, we got a show for y'all tonight. We got it. Hold on one sec. I got to get this cleared up. We got a good show tonight for y'all, though, man. Let me bring in my co-host himself. What's up, Mr. Dave Robin?
What's up, man? Always a good show, man. Straight from the 504, dude. We've got ourselves a quarterback, guys. We are not drafting a quarterback. I promise you all.
Why are we not drafting a quarterback, bro?
Because we have the man. We have the new Red Rocket. We got Tyler, the creator, Shuck, man. He is the man.
Well, let's get his opinion about it. I know he's going to get some heat about that, Tyler Shuck, the voice of reason himself. What's up, Mr. Pacho?
No, Dave's the voice of reason, bro. I got that messed up. Man, we wasn't saying that the week before that, bro. Like, we were all on the Amtrak train on the way out to Mobile, Alabama 2 weeks ago with Tyler Shuck stats. The real stats, bro, is over there in Cleveland. Let's look at those numbers, man.
Yeah, well, listen, we got a debut tonight. A special guest will be joining us throughout the season, off and on. He's special to me. He's my nephew. I tell you, welcome him in. What's up, Fernando?
What's going on, guys? Appreciate you having me on. I'm with Dave. I've been on the Tyler Shuck bandwagon for a while now, and we're not drafting a quarterback.
You know that.
Look, listen, man. Richie's responsible for getting some guests to come here, and we try to get some decent looking guys up in this bitch. But man, Richie, you just going downhill with the looks, man. Come on, man.
He gives us all. Hey, Fernando, he does it to all of us, bro. He does it to all of us.
It's good.
All the
It's
time.
good.
Wait a minute, hold up, bro. Wait a minute. I mean, he is blood. I mean, he does have my licks, so you gotta give him some credit. You know.
Don't tell a lot of people that. No, tell a lot of people that.
Anyway, let's dive into it. Dave, by far, Tyler Shuck's best performance of the season. I was very impressed. But I'm gonna let you take it over. Give us your thoughts, brother.
Now, see, to me, Richie, look. I think it was. I think this was his gutsiest performance. This was like his improv to me, like where everything wasn't conducive for a good passing day. You had bad weather. I mean, we saw Baker Mayfield struggle. I thought his best performance still to me is that Carolina game. But to what Pancho was saying 2 weeks ago, man, I thought he played really well that Miami game. I mean, you're one Chris Olave drop in end zone from him winning another game. And that was a game where he was bad in the first half, but he really rebounded in the second half. But this game, dude, Richie, to me, it was more like a gutsy performance. Like things weren't favorable with the conditions weather-wise. He fought through it. His running ability, I know we talked about it, and people, whether it's on the comments, local, podcast people, they doubted his speed. But I always said this. I said he had better measurables than Spencer Rattler all across the board. And this isn't a knock on Spencer, but this dude can run. And, I mean, he's still got to work on footwork inside the pocket. I mean, he's a rookie. He's a few games in. But, dude, he showed the explosiveness with those two runs.
Pancho, what's your thoughts, brother, even though you're strolling away from us?
Man, so at the end of the day, it was a good performance. Was it something to hang your hat on? It was a step in the right direction. All I asked was for all the young guys to step up and to show some kind of improvement in the sense of we're not going anywhere. We just hurt in our draft pick situation. Yes, you want to see everybody do good. Shuck did shine in some moments. There's no excuses. Both teams on the field, but Tampa was, had their own issues. I just hope we can string these good performances together, and not have these up and downs,
Yeah, Fernando, your thoughts on Tyler Shough so far this season?
Well, on the season, I think he's continuously gotten better. Like any rookie quarterback, he's going to have his ups and downs. But going back to what Pancho just kind of said, he had his moments in his last game, but his moments were in critical moments. You talk about those drives where he had big third down throws going down the field, and then look no further than how his teammates reacted to those moments, especially when he scored. And then in the interviews, if you listen to Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, the way they talk about him, I mean, that says a lot, the way they talk about a rookie quarterback versus, I haven't heard him talk about any quarterback like that since Drew Brees. I'm not comparing him to Drew Brees, but I'm just saying the way they're talking about him.
So you think they have the utmost confidence in him right now, moving forward?
1,000%. I mean, the most confidence you can have in a rookie quarterback. But I think when Demario Davis comes out and says he's got that it factor, that says a lot about your quarterback.
You have to go ahead, Dave.
No, dude, I agree. That's a great point, man, because you could see the guys when he ran that touchdown in. I mean, unfortunately with Derek Carr, I was kind of trying to fight for Carr as much as possible. I didn't think he did a bad job here. It just wasn't the right signing in that situation. But like you said, you've seen guys, Derek Carr really didn't have that vibe sometimes with the teammates. And like you said, really nobody since Drew, had that. So, I mean, I think that's a good point, man, because you can see these guys rally around him. So that tells me he's got charisma. He's got leadership. He's a little older for your average rookie quarterback. So, I mean, maybe that all helps. But it's coming together, man. He really is.
What's going to be the bad – I think what's going to throw a whole wrench in this thing is Shough's going to get on his train. And look at who we play the next 3 or 4 games. Like, who we finish out with. It's all terrible teams.
Yeah, it's not good.
And so you're going to get this false hope, and he might get on a little string of runs.
Why is it false hope, Pancho?
Because you're playing a bad Panthers team. You're playing a bad Tennessee team. You're playing a bad Jets team.
The Panthers could be in first place at the end of this week.
Dude, I mean, Dave, the lesser two evils. I mean, the Panthers or the NFC South. You can throw the whole fucking division in the garbage, bro. The NFC South shouldn't even look. We shouldn't even represent in the playoffs. The NFC South, period.
First of all, we can't listen. NFL don't do this, but if this was college and the Panthers was playing this good, if you looked at their resume of the teams they beat this year, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How many wins they got? 5, 6 wins?
They beat the top teams in the NFC.
And they lost against the worst ones. So what are you saying?
Hey, I think y'all we should pay attention to the Panthers because I think that's what the Saints are going to be doing the next couple of years. We might be doing the same thing, beating some good teams next year, then losing to some awful teams. And the Saints aren't a good team, so I think Tyler Shough's playing on an even.
I don't think the Panthers are that bad of a team. I'm sorry.
This is what I'm worried about, Fernando. My point was you're playing these teams that are, let's say, beatable to a normal team. We're not the normal team right now. We're below average, and so if we win these 2 out of the next 3 and give everybody hope, but in the same, now you're picking 10th or 12th at this time. And you're not gaining any ground.
But would you, just stand on Tyler Shough for a minute, if Tyler Shough continues to play the way he's playing now throughout the season and the Saints win, say 2 more games.
Yes.
So they lose a little bit of draft position, but Tyler Shough passes the eye test. Yeah. Does that help you at all going into next year?
So, I mean, against a terrible Tennessee team, against a terrible Jets team, against a terrible, you can argue the Panthers are below average. They're not average. So, I mean, you're going to see that. I mean, what are you going to see? Extraordinary? You're going to see Tom Brady play? Or are you going to see, 180 and a touchdown and get by? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Look, Pancho, I see where you're going, but to me, if I got Tyler Shough as bad as the Saints have been the last 2 years, I don't care if we're beating I
understand, but yet we have to what pick we at right now? The 4th pick?
Yeah, I mean, to me, you're
gonna go up to the 12th pick just for beating the Jets and the Titans?
I don't think you're gonna get the 12th pick. I mean, you're not that. You're still 3 and 10. Yes. I mean, right? I mean, but I'm saying I don't draft stock. I'll sacrifice a few spots of draft stock if we start learning how to
But what are we talking about here?
To the next level.
But what are we talking about here?
We're talking about the Saints.
You want the Saints to purposely lay down?
Not purposely, but you still want to see improvement in a sense of. But when you start beating these teams at the ass, because the Jets are trying to tank, the Titans are trying to tank.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, bro.
No, I mean,
Dude.
why the Titans? I don't think want to tank. I mean, they got their quarterback, even though he's not playing very well.
Well,
I think, you know what I'm saying?
they're the worst team. I mean, they're not trying to win games at this point. I mean,
I
they
don't think
are.
there's
I
anybody to
don't- I
tank
don't
for
think
other
you
than
think-
Mendoza right now, right? I mean,
Here's my thing. Like you got a rookie quarterback, you got a rookie head coach, a rookie defensive coordinator coach for this team anyway. Like we need
Fernando, we got a 27-year-old rookie quarterback,
Hey,
bro.
he's still a rookie
he's
quarterback.
still a rookie, man. Yeah.
26.
You still got to build.
26,
You got to
there you
build
go,
something. We
Rich.
can't. If we start, you know what the narrative's going to be. If we lose out, it's going to be Kellen Moore sucks. Tyler.
Well,
sucks.
Right.
You,
No,
you already knew
I
what we were
agree.
getting, and my hopes we would get the third or fourth pick, and then you can
What's up,
trade.
Lance?
You trade back into the 8th or 9th pick, and you try to pick up your first for next year, and maybe a third or fourth. You know, coupled with that, and that's how you're gonna have to build this machine. I mean,
What about Pancho?
You tell me if you put Tyler Shuck's stats up against these rookie quarterbacks this year, he's going to be top 2 or 3. And listen to this. He ain't got the talent around him. He ain't got what?
No, and that's what Richie. That's what's impressive to me with Jackson Dart. I mean, all the injuries he's had, he's never had Malik Neighbors, and he's been by far the best rookie quarterback.
Shador's one game is equal to Shuck's 2 games.
I can promise you this much right now. If you did a redraft, I guarantee you Tyler Shuck ain't going that late now.
No, and I'll say this. I mean, look, Pancho, I'm happy for Shador, man. I think Shador's playing really well.
I'm not saying he's better. I'm not. The upside to me is better with Shador. That's where I'm at.
I don't know, man. I think Tyler has tremendous upside, man. I mean, to me, listen. I hear the Josh Allen things, and I think that's crazy because to me, Josh Allen right now, I think I got Mahomes dethroned now. Josh Allen to me is the best quarterback in football, in my opinion. And
the problem is
he has a lot of those traits. He's not Josh Allen, but he's gutsy. He can run. He's big. He's got that cannon of an arm.
David, that's your problem. Is you don't want your $300 million guy running the ball down the field.
Well, I mean, I don't want him to do what Dart's doing.
Because as right now, Josh Allen is your best.
So why don't you say the same thing about Cleveland, Pancho?
Well, so Arizona is your. I mean, Josh Allen is your best weapon on there, and the second best weapon.
Why you want Shador to go out there and win then? Why?
Oh, I don't want to see Shador win. I mean, I'm not a fan of the. I want to see Shador do good. I don't have any stock in the Browns.
The Browns, Pancho, I don't think there's anybody like. I mean, maybe Fernando, Richie. I don't know. You guys could tell me, but to me, I know there's about 3 or 4 edge rushers that are projected to go in the top 10 in this draft. To me, I'm not sure who. I know I hear about Bain. I know the Ohio State guy Reese. I know there's some guys out there, but I mean, to me, I don't really have a problem if we, like you said, if we show that growth. I don't have a problem going from 3 to 8 or 3 to 9 in the draft. I mean, to me, it's not like there's only one edge rusher.
The problem is my whole outlook at 9. There's not much of moving back and acquiring picks at 9.
I don't think nobody's going to trade up though in this draft, honestly, outside of maybe the Jets or the Cardinals. I think
you're going to have 1 or 2 teams that will make that jump. I mean,
other than Mendoza, who's the other quarterback that somebody would jump to number 2 or 3, 4?
Well, Fernando, what you thinking?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't been paying too much attention to the 10 and 11, 9 spots of the draft because I was certain that we were going to pick in the top 5.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that the college season, like these upcoming games are big games. So, players can really elevate their stock in these next couple games.
Yeah.
But I'm a big believer in culture over draft picks. So I would rather get the wins and build something first. Yeah.
What I would like to see is like a Jeremiah Love. If we had a shot at Jeremiah Love,
what?
Yeah,
I like him.
Man, that's a workhorse. That's your Saquon.
We need that. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude.
No,
we need that. We don't need it that high, but we need it.
Well, I don't know how much college y'all watch. There's plenty of running backs that I think is just comparable to him. So,
Richie, is there a guy in the second round that you really like? Because that's where I'd like to go get a running back, like second, or maybe trading back up into the second.
I've noticed this in the NFL trade this year, especially with rookies this year. To me, and I get it. I think you can go get I think y'all talk about a lot about Olave. I think you go get the best available talent in this draft, and it's up in Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith is going to be top
He's
3.
a freshman. He's a freshman, though. That's a problem.
I get it.
He's 2 years out. He can't come out to his
This
junior.
is his second year, Pancho.
He can't come out to his junior year.
You got to be 2 years removed.
No, he's
away
not
from
in the
high
draft,
school.
Rich. He's not in the draft,
You
bro.
got to be 2 years away to move.
He's not in the draft.
Yes, he is.
Y'all got to double check that because I know we talked about that before.
He's not in the draft. Jeremiah Smith is not in the
Can you
draft.
check it?
Well, look. Let's instead of going back and forth, somebody's got to use the Google machine. But look, I don't know who's right or wrong here.
If Jeremiah Smith was in the draft, he would be number one, hands down.
Well, let me ask you guys this.
You got
Let's say the
Ryan
Saints
Williams,
pick
you
at
got
5.
Ryan
Would you
Williams.
take a wide receiver?
You
Or is it
didn't
just
like
edge
Ryan
rusher?
Williams.
What?
I told you I like Ryan Williams like 3 weeks ago. You didn't
I
like
think
him.
Ryan Williams and him are the top 2 receivers in the draft.
You didn't like Ryan a couple weeks ago.
I mean,
Yeah,
I hear a lot
I said
about
that.
was
I
it
don't remember
Tyson? I
saying
mean,
that.
Tyson's supposed to be pretty
When we
good.
was talking about Detroit, Jameson Williams, I said Ryan Williams is kind of a daily Devontae Smith. They're all the same guy.
Jeremiah's eligible next draft, not this draft.
There you
That's
go.
not,
The next
I know
draft.
that.
All right, so let's skip ahead, y'all. I mean, the edge rush. I mean, is that like our primary focus? I mean, I've seen people talk about more offensive linemen. I've seen receivers. I mean,
you got so many. And it's the problem. And this is why you wanted the 3rd or 4th pick, because you got so many gaping holes that if you had 2 early first and a middle to late first, and then you acquired, you got your seconds, and if you have this somebody from 12 to move up to 3 or 4, you're getting 4 picks in return, 5 picks in return. So
who are those teams though? Who are those teams that y'all are looking at? I mean, outside of the Jets, I mean, who's the team that's gonna?
I mean, anybody. The Falcons have done it. I mean, anybody can do it.
No, I get it. I mean, the Falcons aren't going to trade with the Saints. I mean, we know that. Not in draft.
No, I mean, in previous drafts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You kind of hold the cards. That's what you want to do. You hold your own faith. When you start picking at 8 and 9, I mean, that's not sexy. Nobody's moving up to get that.
But
And
like
if they
Fernando's saying, Fernando's saying, if the team's showing growth, I mean, right now, I know we were talking a few weeks ago about the defense. Look how much the defense has improved this year. I mean, we were a bottom 4 or 5 defense since Sean Payton left, and we're like in the top half of the league now.
I mean, you're saying the 8th, 9th, to 10th pick ain't sexy. We can talk about a guy that was taken 10th overall, turned out pretty.
Well, I mean, you could cherry pick. Yeah, I mean, we could cherry pick. But I mean,
pull up a mock draft. I pulled up a few of them. It's still way too early in that, but pull them up. There's no consensus besides Mendoza and maybe the Oregon quarterback. There's not many guys that are like plugged, like guaranteed 3.
This is going to be a sad draft, dude.
Well, there's a lot, Richie. There's a lot of good defensive players, and to me, that's what you got to pounce on.
I agree with you.
I mean, if you give Staley another edge rusher to go with Chase Young and Carl Granderson,
next year's draft is going to be amazing.
I can tell you this. I'm looking at a mock draft right now, and it has number 2 pick. Well, Giants number 1, obviously, so they're not taking a quarterback. But number 2, they have 4 picks, and 3 of the 4 are different quarterbacks. All 3. Mendoza.
And they probably got us picking a guard, right? We got a guard probably.
We got a damn tackle. I don't know where that's coming from.
That's
a tackle. Yeah, we got a tackle.
Is that Field Yates?
I
saw he has us picking a tackle. And I'm like, dude, how is he not paying attention? Field Yates or what?
You got 1 tackle, 1 defensive tackle, edge rusher, and a quarterback at number 5 right now. So it seems like they're even starting to come around to at 5. The Saints aren't going to take a quarterback because this is just recently posted.
At
5, there's not a quarterback there. I don't think there's not a quarterback going to be at 5.
But Shuck's your guy, though, right? I mean, Shuck to me, I'm convinced on what I've seen so far. I think he's.
I'm not saying he isn't, but I'm just saying I just hope we don't get fool's gold in these next couple games.
I'll give Pancho this on Shuck. Not saying that you're a Shuck hater or anything, but the age does worry me a little bit because is he playing this well this early because of his age, or is he, or is it he's just going to be this good?
Listen, Fernando, if we do say gold with him, and we still have a good 4 maybe 6 years out of him, let's say the defense, I pointed out, is playing excellent as of right now. Name, you got 4 30-something-year-olds on that defense right now. That's not going to be here next year or the fall. Like those guys, like so
you're saying the same guys that we said weren't going to be here this year.
No, they locked in. But I'm just saying,
we said this
you're taking away. So you're taking away from young talent developing there.
Are you
is what
sure
I'm saying.
Cam Jordan ain't coming back into Mario? Are you sure?
Well, they're on contract, but yeah, but they vote. Yeah, who else is over there? Fucking
What are we talking about?
Now we just named Cam Jordan and DeMario. That's it.
Justin Reed. Justin Reed is one.
Justin Reed's locked in.
guys.
He's going. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
That's what I'm just saying. You invest. I mean, you got $26 million in Cam next year, and we're not going to win.
I think and Breezy, his contract's up.
Breezy is one we need to lock in. He's not going to get.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Hey, Alante's coming up. I know that. If he's
yeah. Alontae Taylor, that's going to be. I'm glad you said that, Fernando, because I've been like so back and forth on Alontae Taylor, man. Because I mean, he's not a boundary corner. You got Riley, you got McKinstry at this point. Like, do you give Alontae Taylor money to stay? You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you try to get him on a cheap? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel about Alontae Taylor? Because
I'm not
I
giving
watch
him
some games.
top cornerback money.
It's hit or miss.
I'm not giving him top cornerback money.
That's
pay
what
him
if we
as a
get
slot
something along the
corner or-
lines where Paulson Adebo got.
Kind of like a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson type deal. He's kind of like just a free floating guy.
I don't
kinda
think he tackles as good as Chauncey though. Chauncey to me was more of a lot.
I don't think
Chauncey miss on
I
some
don't
of these
think
plays
Chauncey's
in open
that
field.
good. I don't think Chauncey's that good. He can't stay in the league.
Well, Chauncey's got an attitude problem. That's his biggest.
Chauncey's good for the first year he's with a team, and then it goes downhill. But
Yeah.
the first year he gets there.
If Chauncey was a more pleasurable human being, he would be probably.
I mean,
fine,
look.
you know?
Here's the deal we got to talk about. If you
Listen, and then
if you ask the Saints, if you ask a diehard Saints fan, which we all are, what's the top need? And I'm talking about dead top need. I know there's a few, but what really is the top need? Me, truthfully, I would say defensive line.
wide receiver.
I'm saying offensive line.
Wide receiver.
Absolutely not wide receiver.
No, I think you could. I think you do need help at receiver. I will say. I agree with all three.
Listen, for this team to go anywhere, you need a receiver.
You
I'm
got
You're
one.
not rolling to next year with Chris Olave and Vele and Tipton. That's not fucking happening. Like that's not going to be.
You got to put some respect
You
on
want
Bailey's
that?
name. Saying
See, I think Vele to me fits more of a profile.
You
of
want to
than
bet
what
they
Olave
going to
does.
next season when Olave ain't that top receiver? You want to bet?
There's not much of a choice right now. I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna listen. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly, bro. It's gonna be ugly.
Patrick, you feel that way? Don't pick up his fifth. Don't pick up the fifth year option. Let him walk.
well, you don't.
No,
let him
you pick it up because he's at the fifth year option. He's a bargain there. I mean,
Let
he's
him walk.
worth.
No,
Listen,
let him walk.
Olave
Let
is
him
worth something, but he's not worth one money. He's worth like 2.5, 3 money. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I think the problem with Olave is I think you could easily. We talked about this last week. I think you could name a handful of number 2 receivers that's better than him as a number 1. I think he would only profile as a number 1, maybe like a Buffalo, Cleveland, Tennessee, perhaps, because Ridley's been a mess with injuries.
We all said on this show if he was traded to Buffalo, he would instantly become their number 1.
I don't know.
Well,
Chris
Ricky, I think you
Olave.
could say
Listen,
that about
I don't know
20
if
other
Chris
guys in the
Olave
league,
would
too, I
crack
think.
the Eagles lineup, right?
No, he's not as good as Devontae Smith. I mean, he's not as good
Or
as George Pickens.
A.J. Brown.
He's better,
He's not even
he's better than Jordan Addison.
I don't think he is, Rich. I
Playing
like
better.
Addison.
He's playing better. He's playing
No,
better.
well, Addison's got a horrible quarterback situation. I mean, it's disastrous over there right now. I like Addison better. I like Pickens better. Waddle, Devontae Smith. I think all 3 Tampa guys.
What's wrong with Devontae Smith? Because his stats ain't measuring up at all.
No, I mean, but look at the career numbers, Richie.
So
I
what's
kind of
the
did a little
problem,
research on this
Dave?
earlier.
What's
All
They're
the guys
talking
that
about-
came in, but Richie, hear me out real quick. All the guys that came in the league either that year of Olave or a year before, their touchdown rate is so much higher. Their yards per
Dave,
catch
but you
is so much
just
higher.
named 2 guys in Devontae Adams and AJ Brown. Olave's having a better season than them right now, and he don't have a quarterback.
Who's that?
Chris Olave is having a better
I
season.
think Olave. I don't think he's. I mean, what is he really doing numbers wise?
Fernando,
he's
where-
not a top 5 receiver in our division right now.
I got news for you. I guarantee you in fantasy, and I know it's fantasy, I guarantee you people are starting Olave over Devontae Smith right now.
I don't know why.
Well, listen, look, I know why. Because right now,
You know the
the Eagles'
catches
offense is a little
Devontae had
messy,
the last
but
2 games? 5.
Philly has a Jalen Hurts issue. They talking about like the talking heads are talking about benching Jalen Hurts.
yeah, Hurts
Right.
was terrible this past game. He was
Olave, FYI, Olave's 14th in yards for a receiver, which is surprising to me. But
yeah, I
14th.
wouldn't even put him up
14th in
there.
the whole NFL.
Huh?
14th in the whole NFL.
he's 8th in receptions.
Top 10.
and he is now. They don't score touchdowns, but the Saints don't score touchdowns.
Right. And to me, but I mean, isn't that part of it?
He drops the touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. He drops more touchdowns than he's caught this
He
year.
just hit the nail on the head. He's 8th in receptions in the NFL. 8.
Well, Richie, receptions to me are terribly overrated.
How?
Because unless you got 110 catches for like 1,400 yards,
Well, Dave,
I don't want
he
those
just said-
Jarvis
well,
Landry
Dave,
100 catches for
Dave,
800
wait.
yards.
Dave, he just said he's 14th in yardage.
I get that, but Richie, he's the only game in town.
Let me ask you
Who
this.
else do you have in
I'm gonna-
receiver?
I'm gonna ask-
Bailey's just learning the offense. Rashid did nothing here. Tipton's kind of just starting to really get his feet wet.
I think this
you
is
don't have nothing. You know what I'm
the
saying?
bigger problem with Olave. If I asked all of y'all on here who leads the Saints in yards after catch, would you guess Olave?
No, absolutely, I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't think there's many options to choose from. I mean, that's
Jawan Johnson is the leader in yards after catch.
Yeah,
And
because
that's
Olave
scary.
is
That's scary.
Olave is a catch and drop guy. He don't Olave don't run the contact. He don't run through contact.
14th in the NFL in yardage, he's dropping. He's sitting down.
no, but Richie, it's like the Lakers thing, and I'm gonna use this real quick. The numbers don't kind of pan out across the board. Like we talked to go a little NBA for a second here, just a numbers perspective. We talked about how the Lakers have 2 top 5 scorers, right?
Yep.
But the Lakers aren't even a top 10 offense in the NBA. So it's kind of like, you get what I'm saying? So Olave's 14th in yards, but he has nobody around him. So the numbers get a little skewed. Like to me, a guy with a great offense like Devontae Smith.
Neither are the Nuggets, Dave. Neither are the Nuggets.
What's that?
Nuggets on top 10 neither in scoring.
No, Nuggets are pretty high up there.
No, they're not. No, they're
Richie,
not.
I think they're like top 5, man. I looked this up like 2 days.
Well, I mean, I get what
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Listen, here's the dilemma with the Saints. Do you keep the old with the new, or do you just try to get the new?
What I don't understand is y'all want to get rid of the young, talented guys. I don't understand.
No, young.
No. I just don't want to pay Olave $25 million a year.
Paid like a number one. I don't want to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'd like to keep him, Richie, but I think he's a number 2. I think like you need to find a number 1.
So if we go by the number 2, Dave, T. Higgins is a number 2.
No, but T. Higgins to me, I think.
Okay, Devontae Smith is a number 2.
Yeah, but Richie, you can't. But like I said, they're being penalized of sorts because they have superstar receivers next to him. Chris Olave has nobody that would start
you're
on
not
most
listening to
teams.
what I'm saying. I'm naming number 2 receivers, so that's what you got to go off of.
No, but what I'm saying is there's no. If Olave had AJ Brown, he wouldn't be 14th in the league. Receiving.
But the problem is you would take Devontae Smith and T. Higgins both over Olave 10 days. 10 days out of the week, bro.
Yeah.
I would take T. Higgins.
I think.
I'd take Waddle, Devontae Smith, George Pickens,
I would take Waddle.
Chris Godwin, Emeka Ibuka, Mike Evans.
Dave and Poncho and Rich, would you agree with this? I think we would look at Olave a lot different had he not had a counterpart for 3 of the years he was with that was almost the exact same player in Rashid Shaheed. I mean, they should play the same way. I think Olave is now going to take the replace of.
But no, we can't.
What Shaheed should be doing.
Right,
we
like
can't
field
discount.
stretcher.
Nobody wants to own up to it. I didn't, but a lot of people on this show and a lot of people around this league said that Shaheed was better than Olave. Fact.
I said it.
And look, and I'll say, and Richie, I'll say this: I thought he had more upside, honestly, but he never learned how to run routes. He just never.
Yeah, he never flashed route skills. He just flashed post skills, pretty much, and it was kind of a go route. I mean, a track star. Not everybody does it, but again, you still need the intricacies of getting in his zones. The IQ of knowing where the zones are, sitting down, like. He wasn't never that possession and never could count on him. I think Olave was out quite a few games, and Shaheed was the one that had to foot the load, and it just didn't work out.
I think the Saints with the receiver core right now, I think that's the receiver core they're going into next season with.
I think you got to add somehow, man.
No, don't forget, we got 2 guys. One we picked up off of, we put a claim in for, and the other guy we traded for that are on injured reserve still.
Patriots. Goodness, I can't think of his name.
So Lance said for Olave, 3 years, $60 million. That's fair.
Yeah, I take that.
I would do it right now before he get. Yeah, I mean, do it this offseason. Give him the extension. Boom.
3 and 60. But the problem is he's probably gonna want 5 and 120, 5 and 125.
And to me, and that's where you got to. And look,
and that's what you got to stay away from.
But isn't this like the Chauncey Gardner thing?
I think 4 years, $100 million is fair.
See, to me, I don't want to go below. Here's my thing: you got to watch every dollar. I know $5 million versus whatever. It doesn't sound like a lot, but look at the Joe Burrow situation. Look at all these teams that are in cap hell and can't fulfill needs.
if right now if you take Olave off the Saints, how much different is his offense? Right now.
I mean, it'd be. I mean, you have to replace him. You can't just say take Olave off and we don't.
Yeah, you got to. Somebody's got to go there. Yeah.
Well, you can't say because you took AK off of injury, like he's on it, so you can play that game. He just up and left. So
But doesn't that make what Shuck's doing right now a little more impressive? You don't have
That's
Alvin
what I'm going to
Kamara.
get to later. We gave.
I think Shuck and Olave is building a good chemistry. I do. I'm sorry.
I mean, they might, but look, 2 games ago in that Miami game, it was Vele with Shuck, which is great. I'm glad that he could, make somebody the man each week. I think that's a great skill to have. I think the best quarterbacks do that.
I think. What's up, Shawnee? What I'm saying is this: Fernando just gave the stats, and that's right now. I think at the end of this year, we're gonna look back, and Olave is gonna probably be in top 10.
A top 10 receiver?
Receiving yard, but there's other stuff that goes into that too. But
Yeah, what other stuff? If you're in yardage and you got receptions, what else?
But he's fourth in targets in the league too. So
yeah, he's a target
that don't
hog.
mean he can catch. That don't mean he's good. For that, you gotta get open. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You gotta get open and catch.
No, but Richie, here's my thing. How many touchdowns? I can tell you this answer right now. Nobody look it up.
is that a drop percentage somewhere on there?
Yeah, it's got to be pretty high.
But I didn't see it.
But guys, how many career touchdowns Chris Olave has? I want to say it's 15. You go look at the guys that came in the league around the same time that have doubled his total already in touchdowns.
Dave, I can remember the season Keyshawn Johnson had one of the greatest seasons by receiver. He called 1 touchdown the whole season.
But that's not a good thing. We got to figure out the red zone.
He had one of the greatest seasons of receiver that year.
No, you need to be like, to me, here's my thing. To be a complete receiver, you got to have a red zone prowess. You got to at least be in that 8 to 12 touchdown area. He hasn't smelled that too often.
Mike Thomas, he didn't have that many touchdowns.
I don't know. I mean, he probably had 8 or 9.
16th in drops in the league.
He's what?
16th in drops.
Yeah.
And there's one number 1 receiver ahead of him. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He's got that many drops?
Well, it's not a lot. It's single digits, 6, but
Richie and I had a conversation about Amon-Ra years ago. He put him in the class of Olave in his class. I said, I'm not going there, Richie. I can't do it, man.
I told you, I told you who I think, and he's unfortunately he got hurt this year. I told you I thought the best receiving football is y'all thought I was crazy.
Who's that?
That boy up in New York.
The LSU boys?
Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors. I mean, look, his injury was one of the most devastating things in the league this year as a fan. But by the way, Richie, I'm looking up Thomas's numbers. The 2 great years he had for us, he had 9 touchdowns each year. I mean, Michael Thomas and Olave. Look, Thomas in his prime.
How many touchdowns
different
did Olave have
stratospheres
this year?
for Olave.
How many has this year, Fernando?
I think he had 4.
What's that?
He has 4 touchdowns this year so far.
Who's that? I'm saying, I think Olave, Fernando, if you got numbers in front of you, I think he has 15 career touchdowns. When you go look at like Waddle and Pickens and all these guys that came in around the same time or even less time, their touchdown numbers are better. Their yards per catch are better. So they're like the yak, the deep plays, they're making more of those plays. Look, Richie, I don't want to do this going to catch a bunch of 5-yard passes. And I'm not saying 5-yard passes can't be important in certain moments of the game on third downs, but I want to see a better yards per catch. I want to see a better yak. I want to see less drops. I want to see at least 8 to 10.
The problem with Olave is he doesn't do the yak. He catches.
That's the big issue. That's the big problem.
It's his whole concussion deal. It's with these 3 deep in this shit. So and that's it ain't the talent that I'm denying. I'm just thinking all the pieces need to mesh, and you got to do like an OKC thing.
Yeah,
everybody's young. You collected all this talent.
But you can't. But here's the deal. Here's what I understand. I understand everybody's opinion about it. Trust me, it's all over the place. I get it. Trust me. When it comes to Olave. But here's the thing: the Saints are gonna have to deal with, and this is the reality of it. And you can say what you want. You can spin it any kind of way you want. The reality is this: what they gave up to get Olave. First of all. Second of all,
I mean, it wasn't.
He is your number 1 receiver right now, currently. I don't think he's a number 1. I think he's a great number 2.
But Richie, look at where your offense is too, though.
I get it.
It's not like you're a top 10 offense.
He's kind of got the Saints in a bind.
Well, he got a lot of factors into that. I mean, so Olave does what he does. I just don't think he goes the extra yard, and you know what I'm saying. He doesn't.
It's
Maybe
He's
there
a
was
number
maybe-
2 receiver. I mean, that's the best way to
If the
describe him.
Saints
He's a
don't pay him,
finesse receiver.
listen,
He's not a
here's the
physical
reality
alpha
of it.
guy.
If the Saints don't pay him, somebody is gonna. I'm sorry.
And you know what's the
No,
bad
no,
thing?
no,
Like
Rich,
so,
I mean, somebody will give him money, but I can't worry about what other teams do. I got to worry about the best move for the Saints. The most
So he
financially
should just go to
responsible
the
move.
Saints and say, "I understand you don't want to pay my word. Just let me go. Let me walk. That's it."
No, I mean,
And
look,
the other thing you got to remember is, like you just said, somebody else will pay him, but Buffalo paying Chris Olave is a lot different than the Saints paying Chris Olave. We're not paying Chris Olave and then going somewhere next year. Like Buffalo can pay him and they could potentially be in the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
and that's always been my argument. We're not 2 years out from any fucking thing, dog. So to commit $25 million to Cam, to commit $14 million to Juwan Johnson, to commit $12 million to Taysom Hill.
Pancho, you
Like,
act like Chris Olave's old.
No, he's not old. The problem, he's 27. He's been in the league with 5 years, and Shuck is 27, been in the league 1 year.
Pancho,
So,
Olave
26,
ain't 27
Pancho.
years
Come on, man.
old.
You aging this guy, man.
But they're both
He's
same
26
age,
and he's
and
27. Shit.
Olave's 5 years in the league, bro.
I got to Google. You got me
Pancho.
believing your own bullshit here. Let me see what's going on here.
How old is Olave, Fernando?
He's got to be around 26, 27.
That's what I'm saying.
How
The same
old
age.
is 26, by the
25.
way. So y'all
He's
all age
25
that
years
man.
old.
He's going to be
25.
32 next week on the show.
He's 25, Dave. He's 25.
Who?
Olave is 25.
No,
years
I have
old.
no problem with his age. His age is irrelevant to me. It's the number that he commands in free agency. I guess let me kind of get what Poncho's getting at, because I noticed we've had these conversations. He's trying to say that Mickey's made so many dickhead moves in the past that you can't afford another fuck up. So I think that's where we're
For
at.
instance, let me draw an instance. 49ers, right? Fucking threw money at what? Debo, right? Didn't hit on shit. Threw money at Ayuk, didn't hit on shit. And we don't need to follow a trend on that shit, dog.
No, I mean, you don't need to go overpay for receivers. That's why the
And
Bengals are in
that
trouble
was on
right
it.
now. The Cowboys
And I
are
would say
in
the
trouble next
49ers
year.
was pretty much elite at that time. So I don't think a 28 to $35 million receiver is going to make or break this team right now.
So what you saying what Cincinnati did was completely ludicrous.
Oh, absolutely. It was a
insane.
terrible
And
move.
fucking-
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
You heard what
No
Joe
offensive
Burrow
line,
said.
no defense.
So
you
you
can't go
wouldn't pay
pay
Jamal
a number
Chase.
2 receiver $30
And
million.
look what
we
Joe.
said this in the past, right?
And speaking of that, Joe Burrow's on record today saying he's contemplating retirement because
Not anymore.
Joe Burrow can go kick rocks. He's the one that put himself in that predicament.
No, Richie, me and you agree on that. I think he
Yeah,
made a
that's-
terrible choice by trying to push for that T. Higgins contract. You got to let the
He's
GM
the
do
one
what
that
the GM
exactly.
does.
He pushed for that T. Higgins contract. He pushed
Yeah.
for it.
No, Cincinnati's been handled. Look, a GM is one bad move away from losing their job. And that T. Higgins move is
That's your Mickey Loomis.
listen, so you got shit. You got the Browns, you got the Bengals out there, you got the Jets out there, you got teams swinging and just throwing haymakers, and you're trying to build within through draft picks and just throwing monies. If one player out there in the free agency is going to make or break this team, let's go get him. But the problem is we need probably 7 free agencies or 7 really good draft picks.
Let me
mean-
ask you this: if there's a team, and we're gonna jump over, I know we got to talk.
Somebody has to replace
Come on, I
Cam.
know
Somebody
you wanna
listen.
talk about it, I promise.
Somebody has to replace Cam. Somebody has to replace the
No,
Marios.
listen, I'm asking you about the Joe Burrow. I want to dive into that for 1 second.
All right.
What team? I have a team. I think he could instantly be a Super Bowl contender. I don't know if y'all agree.
who?
Anyone he goes to,
Yeah.
No,
anyone. He can come to the Saints.
He's not going to the Jets, and they going. To
He can come to the Saints and make us a playoff team next year.
He did it to
Burrow?
Cincinnati. He
Yes.
made a Super Bowl contender in the second year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the perfect team for him to go to make a Super Bowl contender instantly right now would be the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anywhere. You put him with any.
I'm
I
talking
mean-
about that team. It's got a good line.
I think another team, Richie, would be the Falcons, in my opinion.
Anyway,
I know, but we're not even going to go there because
I know.
none of that's
No,
going
I
to
mean,
happen.
that would crush the hearts of a
We're
lot
gonna
of fans
change
out here, but
subjects.
imagine Atlanta with him.
we're gonna change subject because everybody's been asking me about it all week long since we brought Fernando on. We're bringing him on. Let's talk about y'all Pelicans.
Love it.
Y'all, our Pelicans. You were at that game.
I
Our
know,
Pelicans.
right? He tries to play this Lakers role until they get eliminated in the first
Listen,
round.
I don't have a big circle of friends. I got a small circle of friends. But Richie's one of my friends that probably has the most teams under his umbrella, throughout different sports. He claims like 3 teams in each sport. So one of them is bound to fucking hit, bro. It's like
Warriors,
First
Steelers,
of all,
Chiefs.
There you go.
Saints,
First of all, I claim
LSU, USC, the Lakers, the Pelicans, and who else? You had another one.
It's like your boy on Fast Times at Ridgemont High said, hey, if you put the vibe out to 100 chicks, one of them is going to say
One
yes.
gotta hit.
You named all California teams, bro.
The Chiefs ain't in California, bro.
No,
Only
look.
Patrick Mahomes. Only Patrick Mahomes. Anyway, listen. Let's talk about it. Listen, I've been disappointed with the Pelicans. I know y'all more of a fan than I am. I am a fair weather fan of the Pelicans. I will be the first one to admit it, no doubt. But I still want them to succeed. This team, I think, needs change from top to bottom. It's just my opinion, but y'all guys dive into it more than I do. Fernando, it's your team. I'll let you lead it off. What's your thoughts?
Well, this season, I'm very, very optimistic when it comes to our local teams. Unfortunately, I think that optimism has run out on the Pelicans this season. I don't see it coming back, but I am encouraged by Queen and Fears. I mean, we gotta go all in on them too. Now, when I say go all in, I don't think we can tear it down to the studs. I think you got to still keep, just like the Saints, you have to keep some adults in the room, some people with talent around, so you're not building, that losing and just keep losing. I don't want to go through another season of 2-23 or whatever it is right now.
Right.
We gotta start building. So I think with Fears and Queen, we're in a good spot. I would do something with Zion, whether it's trade him at the end of the year if you can't get anything for him. Don't take a bad contract just to take a bad contract. But between Trey and Herb, if you can get something crazy for him, go ahead. But if not, you got to keep those guys around too. So
Dave, are you to the point to where you got to trade Zion now?
Yeah, I think Derek Queen. I think that's why Joe Dumars. I mean, Jeremiah Fears was like a blessing, falling to where he did. Even though he didn't fall far, Fears to me could have went top 3 easily. But Derek Queen,
here we go.
Guys.
My dog was
We got a German Shepherd invasion. But look, real quick. Derek Queen, to me, that was Joe Dumars' guy, and he got a lot of criticism from that fucknuts Bill Simmons, many others, about such a horrible trade. And I understood the reasoning because it's an unprotected pick you're giving up the following year. But Joe Dumars didn't expect a 3-20 start or whatever the hell it is we are. But he did see a player he loved, and I'm all for going to take your shot. And like Fernando said, and we talked about in other podcasts, Fears and Queen, that should be your like Stockton Malone, Chris Paul, David West. You can build around that. And if teams don't overpay for like a Trey or a Herb, you keep them in-house. You got to listen to offers, though. But to me, Zion, listen,
the bad thing, we don't have our pick next year, do we?
Nope. Next year we do. We don't have it this year.
That's what I'm saying. Well, this year coming through.
My dog. I got to use.
So I mean, who actually has that pick? Is it somebody that's very relevant? Is probably going to get
the Hawks. That's why they're going to get Giannis, in my opinion.
So here's a question for Dave and Ponch. I think about this all the time because I'm obsessed with damn Pelicans and Saints, and it kills me. But would you trade with the Hawks to get that pick back? If you could trade, say, Trey Murphy, would you trade Trey Murphy and a future first or something to get that pick back?
Man,
I would give him Zion. If they would take Zion, I would
love to give it to Zion, man.
So you would trade Zion straight up for just that pick. That's it.
No, you would get something else in return. Yeah. I mean, you'd probably get a player.
Dave says yes.
I'm saying yes because I don't think it's not going to work that way because Fernando, you know that about the cap situation. I mean, you're gonna have to put some money back coming our way, but the ultimate trade proposal for me is with Cleveland. Cleveland right now. They're reeling a little bit. I thought Cleveland would be a top 2 or 3 team in the East. They got contender aspirations, but they're not happy with Evan Mobley. Word is they want him to be better offensively. Dude, right now, I know he's got a big-ass contract, but he's only 24, I believe. I would trade Zion and something else for Evan Mobley to come be the defensive stopper inside that the Pelicans desperately lack. You put that kid next to Derek Queen with Trey Murphy, with Herb Jones, with Jeremiah Fears, you're in the playoffs next year.
So, Rich, here you are with the Pels. So the absolute best hand, you have the best hand that you could have with the Pels, with the young talent. You got from top to bottom. So any coach that you want to go get, will want to come and play with this roster. This roster has really good talent. It just hasn't played on the same.
I don't agree with that.
Richie, I think it's a Zion
Well,
problem.
I mean,
though.
come on, y'all. I mean, let's be honest. Y'all keep saying all this talent. You got to get more wins than you got right now. If you got that talent, I'm sorry.
Well, Richie, hold on. I know. Look, here's my thing. And Fernando's a Pels fan. I know Poncho's a Pels fan. But here's my thing. You cannot win games when – I mean, look what's happening to the Pacers. I bring this up every podcast. Where are the Pacers at? They were in the finals. They lose Tyrese Halliburton. Where are they at now? Bottom of the barrel in the East.
But Dave, you're losing games when Zion –
We're always missing people.
You're losing games when Zion's in there.
No, I mean, but Richie, here's my thing, and I think this is a big part of it. Just like the Saints, learning
It's
to
the
grow, learning how to
atmosphere.
win. You have to learn how to win, but you have to learn how to win with who?
Dude,
Who do you want to start learning how to win with is the question.
We blame it. Now Pancho's saying that. We blame it on culture. We blame it on atmosphere. We blame it on this. We blame it on that. Blame it on your damn team ain't that damn good.
No, but Richie, here's my thing. So that's what you got to figure out. Like Fernando just said, who am I keeping? Obviously, Fears and Queen are the building blocks. I think Trey and Herb are building blocks.
Well, I think you got Trey and Herb locked up for a couple years.
Herb's got a very favorable contract. Trey, I think, is making like $25 million a year. But to me, I get rid of Zion. I mean, whether it's a Jaren Jackson situation, could Memphis be dumb enough to do that? Could Cleveland give up Mobley?
I feel the same way about Trey Murphy like y'all do Olave. He's just a guy. He's there. You got nobody else, so he does look good.
Listen, there's 30
but Trey Murphy couldn't start but 15 other teams.
But there's 30 other teams that would call Trey Murphy that would want Trey Murphy in their team.
Golden State wants Trey Murphy right now. Desperately.
Yes.
Trey Murphy couldn't start on the Lakers right now, I promise you.
Oh, yeah, he could. Yeah, he's better than Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, Rui's going to the bench.
Rui's terrible, Richie. Rui's like awful. Rui, I wouldn't want Rui on the Pelicans roster, honestly.
Stop, come on.
Dude, he's 28 years old. He's making ridiculous money. He is garbage. Like, I'm telling you, man. Wemby was calling him garbage from the bench, dude. He was serving that dude coffee and beignets in his French.
Okay, let's
tell him he was garbage.
If y'all think everybody on this team is so well, then why aren't they playing well?
No, Richie, here's my thing. Where's Jordan Poole at? What are we going to do with him? That's another elephant in the room, right?
Well, I think so. If you go back for this season anyway, James Borrego's had a lot of success with guards. So if Jordan Poole coming back, he's playing tonight.
Is he really? Okay,
yeah,
good deal.
I wonder if it's how he's going to look in this offensive system versus when Borrego wasn't running it, even though it's still a system. A lot of his stuff wasn't implemented, but that could change. But
Fernando, don't you give it a look, like you're saying, give it like a month look or so before the trade deadline. If it pops, you know he's got to stay. If it's not fitting, go get the highest bid for Jordan Poole at that point.
Yeah, I think if y'all listen to
is that a correct statement? Lance just posted that.
What's that?
Yeah, that's not their offense. It's the Pelicans' defense stinks.
Oh, the defense is freaking awful, dude. That's why I was saying that if you could get an Evan Mobley or a Jaren Jackson Jr. somehow and get a defensive force in the middle, dude, they have no paint presence at all defensively.
Dave, I think if we were paying attention, which we were, but we weren't, when Joe Dumars first got here and started talking, he said he wanted guys that were obsessed with basketball and they lived it, they loved it, they breathed it. And he went in the draft and he got two guys to build around that are like that. Then he went and traded for Jordan Poole, who was kind of like that.
Yes. So
I think.
I mean, you got Jose, you got guys like that. You got Herb
building and putting up a front that we're going to build around Zion still when Zion was never in his.
No, I agree 100%. You don't make the Derek Queen move if you're 100% behind Zion. That's my opinion.
Pancho, you said Herb's become a liability.
No, Herb at one point was what defensive? I mean, arguably first team defense.
You let your best defender out the door. You let him go last year.
No, I mean Dyson was a great defender, but Herb and Dyson to me are like. And Richie, I'm not like I can understand the argument either way. Both were great defenders.
Dyson is playing phenomenal. That's my thing, Fernando. And I told Dave this, and this is what you got to talk about. You let two guys go that are flourishing elsewhere this year.
Well, and that comes back to the Zion problem, right, guys? Imagine you would have kept Ingram and Dyson Daniels and moved Zion somehow. How different this team would look.
Now, look, I am not a BI fan, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm hurt over him going somewhere. I will tell David Griffin messed up holding on to either one of them too long. Like the value we got for BI was terrible.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing's gonna happen with Zion now. But,
like you said, what do we get? Bruce Brown.
So Richie, my whole thing about cutting the fat, like we let CJ go, you let Brandon, you let the older guys go in the Pels to create this younger core, and that's my whole theme with the Saints. I mean, eventually you got the Cam Jordans and the DeMarios and the Reeds and them guys got to go, bro. So you can let the
Nacho,
young
you know what you
talent.
can do? You can cut Zion today, and you don't owe him a penny.
No,
But you got to get value.
Yes,
Richie,
yes,
he has value.
yes,
He has trade
yes,
value. It
yes.
might not be super high.
You can cut him Pancho, you can cut him today and not owe him a penny. He's the only NBA current contract that I know that's not guaranteed.
No, and Richie, he did. That's one thing David Griffin did very well, the way he orchestrated that contract. But to me, why would you not get something for him? I mean, there's teams at the deadline.
yeah, I mean you're gonna get something for him. It's just matching the money for money type deal and making the numbers work.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying to me. I mean, Fernando, I know we don't get to talk too much. Me and Richie talked, so me and Pancho talk. Like I keep bringing up Evan Mobley. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but they have a defensive stopper somewhat. You know, they got a big man that could defend and rebound with Jared Allen. They've got Darius Garland. They got Donovan Mitchell. There's other pieces there in Cleveland, but it's like they want this big man scorer or this inside presence. That's the word out of Cleveland. Mobley has like a big ass contract. He's actually making, I think, more this year than what Zion is. I might be wrong.
I'm telling you, Richie's dying for him to get cut and the Lakers pick him up.
That's what he wants. He wants another DeAndre Ayton thing, but that ain't happening.
I am not doing that. I wouldn't trade Zion for
Dude, you would go buy a Zion jersey tomorrow.
You would.
And you would wear it backwards so you see his front of his name on your chest.
I would not take Zion Williams for Austin Reeves right now if you wanted to do that.
You saying he would go get a purple cape like he had that cape back in the day?
Absolutely not.
That's what.
I never wore a cape, Dave. I never wore
Dave,
a cape.
that was the I haven't heard the Evan Mobley thing. I heard today actually that on Twitter or whatever that something about Jared Allen, trading Herb and something else for Jared Allen, but I don't. I'd love to get my hands on Evan Mobley. If that
What's happened to
Cleveland makes a deal and says, "Hey, he's got a lot of money. If we can move this contract," and like Pancho said, well, Richie said it. You said it yourself, Richie. That Zion contract has flexibility.
Yeah.
Would Cleveland, would that be an appetite builder for them to make that deal?
And I think Zion could become an item. Just you might have teams that are new that might need to draw per se and spend on Zion. You know what I'm saying? So he could go to anywhere. He goes to a contender. You're not going to get anything in value.
And to Pancho's point, all it takes is one, right? It takes one general manager, one owner to say, "Oh, New Orleans is crap. That's why Zion hasn't succeeded."
Right. Put it like Zion. Maybe Zion in New York. Like, right now. Put him in New York or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
why
the
don't you
Knicks.
send him to Golden State and get Kuminga?
I would consider it, Richie. I would. I'd consider a couple places. I mean, the Kings. I mean, would you want like a player from there? Would you? There's a lot of teams that may take a gamble. That like
I can tell you right now, you just hit a
or to contend.
The Kings might trade you Sabonis.
I would take it. I would take it. At this point, Richie, I just think he like Fernando just said. Joe Dumars wants guys that love basketball. Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, ultra competitive kids. And they want to win. Zion, we heard that comment the other day. He's got LeBron talent just about, but he doesn't love the game like these guys. You know what I'm saying? That's
so what you want to see. Don't you think Joe wants to see somebody more fiery as a coach on the sideline?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Dumars. I mean, I don't know if Richie watched Detroit back in the day, but man, Joe Dumars.
Pancho, would you quit? You're trying to throw shade. I know.
Nah, the bad boys. I just say I would like
the basketball when you was in diapers. You need to stop.
But Joe, how old are you, man? Man, come on.
Just to have that attitude, they have the attitude that Joe Dumars.
I'm way older than Pancho.
Well, I'm the same age as Pancho. We're a week apart.
I don't know how much of this is smoke or whatever. It's early rumors. It scares the shit out of me, but supposedly high on the Pelicans list is your boy that used to coach the Lakers. I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, Darvin Ham.
Yeah, Darvin Ham.
Listen, I don't. No offense, Richie. I do not want Darvin Ham.
He played.
I mean, it's Mike Malone or Tibbs to me, dude, or Taylor Jenkins or something like that. You got to
realize Darvin Ham has a really good relationship with Joe Dumars. That's the problem.
Who's that?
Joe Dumars has a really good relationship with Darvin Ham.
I mean, look, Joe to me he adds, like Pancho said, he wants the tough physical guys. I mean, remember that team? Wasn't he the architect behind the team that beat the Lakers? No offense, but with Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace.
You want to get Zion in shape? Go get Thibodeau. Go get him.
I think I'm at that point with Zion where I'm jumping off the train, dude. If I can get what I can get for him, I need more than Kelly Olynyk and Bruce Brown. like we got for BI, but I'm ready to move him, dude. I'm ready to move on. I think I got two kids
You
that
know,
we can build
listen,
around.
Fernando, I don't know if this is possible, but this is a guy I really like, and you could possibly bring him back. What about bringing back Monty Williams?
I mean, you could. I mean, but I think like Poncho said, like I'm tired of these soft finesse guys.
Yeah.
Like we need some guys that are gonna get in people's faces. Zion, and I'm not saying I want to keep him, but Zion had his best year understanding.
Like old school, like there's not a Greg Popovich anywhere in the picture, but like old Greg used to get on the old school coaches that used to demand basically the utmost. And that, I mean, to me, a lot of just sitting on the sideline doing this and shaking your head and not making a fuss, not standing up for your players, not, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you what I do like, and I wouldn't be opposed to going this route and getting the Pelicans need to do something out the box and get crazy, in my opinion, because I don't know if they're getting the Mike Malone. I would love it if they got Mike Malone. I think he's going to have better options, but I hate to say this, but the Lakers got it right when they got JJ Redick.
No, they did. They did. And
I was like, take Kim Mulkey right now. Like Kim Mulkey's attitude, man. Sign me up like yesterday, dog.
Hey guys, I'm glad we're getting down this path because did y'all see what Fletcher Mackel came out and said?
Kim's like, go out, score 100 a night. If you can't score more than 100, score 120.
What did Fletch say, Dave? What did Fletch say?
Fletcher Mackel, and I don't know if Fernando might have seen this. I don't know if Poncho the Bear saw it, but here's my thing, and I'm not saying me and Fletcher Mackel don't always agree on things. I find he makes this big. It's like he's trying to like win a Pulitzer Prize or some shit with some of the takes he has, and he's way out of left field. But this one actually is kind of weird. I don't think I would do it. It's too big of a risk of where we are as a team. We really need like a sure thing, in my opinion. But he wants to go be the first team to have a female head coach.
Becky Hammon loves Becky Hammon.
That's what he's talking. And a lot of people in the league said, dude, she's as smart as anyone.
And you know who would be the woman to do it? Gail Benson.
Well, that's what's kind of, I mean, and look, and me and Mackel don't always agree too much on things, but I'm kind of like, man, he's got me almost starting to climb the fence a little bit, dude.
Do we need to be more of a laughing stock of this league? Come on, dude.
I don't think you'd be a laughing stock if you brought Becky Hammon in. But
I think she's not
that good.
Listen, this to me, bro, this is an A. This is an A job.
Go get her
right?
South Carolina.
If you was the grade jobs, A, B, C, and D, this is an A job. Now it's not in an A city, it's not in a basketball city.
Wait, what?
But the talent, I mean,
it's a good job, absolutely.
I mean, listen, Rich, you're a player. You one player possibly away from being really contentious here. I mean, Zion should be that. Yeah, Zion should be that player.
God, come on, Dave and Fernando won't agree with you there. Come on. Stop.
Look, I think look, here's my thing. We keep forgetting about the Pelicans, Richie, and Fernando. I bring this up like every show. Before last season, the Pelicans had top 8 odds in Vegas to win the championship.
Why do y'all do that, David? I'm not like
no. But I'm saying, Richie, it's not that far removed.
I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but if they listen, I understand coaching. You fired your coach, I get that. But if you got that much talent on this team, you should have more wins.
Context matters. They got to play. If the talent is playing, then we might have.
I mean, look at the Eagles. I mean, you can move it over.
They're losing games at an alarming rate.
No, but Richie, here's my thing. But like Fernando's saying, last year, how many games did the starting lineup play together? I mean, DeJounte Murray never played with Zion, Herb, Trey, CJ.
I agree that it's repetitive. It's a repetitive thing, and it gets old quickly. Like
even out the building, we started
like even today. You still got Jordan Poole. You got Jordan Poole coming off injury. Zion's hurt. You got guys on the bench that are just man.
So even when Zion was in there, his team wasn't winning.
No, but Richie, I think you have to learn how to win, and I'm not so sure you have the head. Look, James Borrego is probably a lame duck interim coach, unless he does something fascinating the rest of the way. He's probably going to be replaced.
I get that, but we're sitting here saying the young talent you have on the court right now. All I'm saying is, and I'm not saying they have to be a great.
We don't have.
With that much talent, you should have at least 4 or 5 more wins. That's all.
No, well, listen. This is what you got to think about. I'm talking speaking on just this year because you're talking about when Zion was in, they were still losing. But when Zion was in, you were also starting 2 rookies, and you had 4 brand new players that you didn't have last year that you're trying to all get to play together in this season. So it's completely different than when Zion was playing. He had BI, CJ, and all these guys that you've been playing.
Rookie. I'll say rookie, and I'm gonna give Dave credit on this because he called it. You saying rookie? I'm gonna tell you right now, that cat is saying with the Spurs. Harper.
Who's that?
Dylan Harper.
Huh?
Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper.
Oh, Dylan
Yeah.
Harper. Oh, the Spurs are ridiculous, dude.
That
I've got the
kid's-
Spurs in the
that
Western
kid's
Conference Finals. You know that.
kid's basketball IQ is high.
And guess what?
Well, Richie,
Dylan
that's what
Harper
we
is,
need. We need
not
to
a
learn
starter.
how to win.
Huh?
He's not a starter for them when they're healthy.
He should be. He
No, but
should
Richie,
be.
that's what we need. Like, they've got a winning organization. You got guys like Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili helping out. You got the new coach. God, I'm having a blank
I
on his
would
name.
be far-fetched to say if you had Dylan Harper on this team right now in the Pelicans, you might have 2 or 3 more wins.
No, but Richie, I think you need to figure out the dynamic. My thing is this: talent is great, and I mean, there's some teams that have talent that don't win. Believe it or not, I mean, there's some young. It's putting it together and forming an identity.
Yeah,
like
I don't want y'all to
Chuck or
think
somebody
I'm
said
trying-
earlier,
I
we have
don't-
no defensive identity.
I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to dog the team, but I'm not. All I'm saying is this. Y'all, we keep saying talent. If it's got that much talent, all I'm asking for is 3 or 4 more wins. That's all.
No, but Richie, the talent never plays together.
I know, but Richie, we got 3 wins now. If we had 5 wins, you'd want 5 more wins.
but if you looked at this record, they would say it's a bad
it's
team.
atrocious, and it is. And
But look at the games missed. How many games has Zion played with Jordan Poole?
listen, Dave, and you can't keep using that. I understand what he's saying. You can't use just next man up mentality. It has to be put into place.
No, but not
So-
when you have so many guys.
But
Like, last year,
Zion was never a full-time player in our offense. So at no point should we rely on Zion
That's
to.
why you have to-
Look,
that's the whole
we
point.
should never
You
have
have
to
to
rely
move
on
on.
Zion to
Like-
win us a game because he never will. Just because he's never been that guy. He's got 6 years or 5 years of track record.
Well, that's why it's time to move on. I think we've
Yeah.
seen enough. I want like Fernando said, Joe Dumars wants guys that love basketball to eat, sleep, and shit basketball, and Zion's not that guy. Brandon Ingram's gone. Zion needs to be the next one to go. I think you're going to take a long look at Jordan Poole from now to the trade deadline to see if you want him as part of the future. I think DeJounte Murray is going to be another intriguing guy when he comes back. Is he part of the plan, or is he not part of the plan? But you got to see who's part of the plan. Joe Dumars has to get an assessment. You got to figure out who your next head coach is going to be if Borrego doesn't do something wild.
I think the double-edged sword of Fears and Murray could be very intriguing.
It
Murray
could be.
based.
But we have no y'all. Do y'all notice we have no identity on either side of the ball? In my opinion.
Because Oshner fucking has 10 beds full of fucking Pels players.
No. But I'm saying, but why not like go
You know,
back to
and that like you look on the sideline, you got 8 players in fucking
yeah.
street clothes.
Well, they
and you
decided
can't win that way. That's why I make the Tyrese
I
Halliburton
listen.
example.
I want to bring up this subject. I do.
And then the whole Zion.
I'm glad you just said that, Pancho. This is totally off base. But I am tired of guys on the sideline showboating in their street clothes and this shit, building their brand and whatever else they want to do, while their team's out here trying to fight for wins.
Look, and here's my thing.
The NBA should implement a rule just like the NFL. Even though when you are on the sideline with your team, you should be in Pelicans gear.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm with it, Richie. I'm with it.
So here is the problem, Fernando, right? So Zion, the Pels always held Zion from doing back-to-back nights, right? That's always been but that has never, ever worked out or come to fruition to today. So do you think it's the lack of playing or the lack of holding out causing him to get hurt? I mean, what do you...
I can tell you this, and I'm going to speak on it, and it is what it is, whatever, but this has been going on forever. When I go to Pelicans games and I'm watching warm-ups, right? Everybody's out there warming up. Zion doesn't come out to warm up until the last 2 minutes before they tip off the ball. Like, that's crazy for a person that has injuries.
I never knew that.
I
never knew
That's
that.
wild, and a lot of people probably don't. Rich, that's a good point, Fernando. I mean,
it's crazy. I texted somebody the last game I went to. I texted somebody. I said, "This is when he played." I said, "This is crazy that he's not out here yet, and he's going to come out and then just start going 100 miles an hour."
who was the ex-teammate, y'all? I didn't read fully into that, but who was the ex-teammate that said he had LeBron?
He didn't say a teammate, but everybody's guessing it's CJ McCollum. But
So that's who they because CJ was hard on him. He was critical at times about
And
Zion.
CJ's a constant pro, dude. He is.
And he is.
I think they miss CJ. I know his salary and all that. I think they miss CJ's leadership on this team right now. I really do.
I think you do, but I think you got to get rid of the Zion problem, guys. I mean, it's like DeMarcus Cousins in Sacramento. He had all the talent in the world, but he was never committed to winning and getting his body in shape.
I got one. We got to get off in a minute, but I got a topic right here. The hottest topic of the day is the Michigan coach. What do you think? What do you think about that, bro?
Jeez. I
do you-
thought Lane Kiffin will go to Michigan.
I watched the earlier shows, and here's the thing I want to take.
did you read? Do you know like the whole backstory to it? Like the like the details?
Wow, man.
Enlighten me, man. I don't know the details. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sharon Moore, right? So he's
Yeah.
he was right. So he's married with 3 kids. All right. He's got so
Ed Ogeron.
so he had a staffer on the thing. She got pregnant, right?
Oh,
he made her get an abortion, right? And hid it from his wife and everything. And so when it came to fruition to Michigan's, they wound up firing him. He went home, had an argument with his wife, and then went to the girl's house. He's saying he was going to kill himself the whole time, the coach.
Jesus.
So then he went to the mistress's house, the young girl's house, and had a knife and was threatening to kill her and him for saying shit. And he wound up leaving, and then the police wound up arresting him for all that. So that's why
he had a mental break.
It's like an episode of Jerry Springer, man, basically.
So yeah, he got this chick pregnant, didn't pay for her, like he forced her, supposedly didn't pay her to get an abortion, but then he doubled her salary through Michigan's payroll.
Damn,
It's a mess
money,
over there.
huh?
It's a mess over there right now. And the thing about, somebody posted today, and I hope it ain't true.
Bryce Underwood.
They said the Alabama coach could be leaving to go coach Michigan, and then Lane Kiffin could leave LSU already and go to Alabama. Like, Lord have mercy.
Look, Lane's left a lot of places. Lane ain't leaving that quick.
Look, I listen. My ultimate,
like 2 years at least, right?
I've put this out there. I think Lane will make the jump to Alabama
At some point.
No.
It could be 28. If Caleb,
You know why Lane's not making that jump? Because Lane's an egotistical guy. You know why? Alabama didn't want him when that opening was there. And
Lane had issues. He had to step out for a minute.
That was 2 years ago.
Richie, LSU didn't want him too when they were going for Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
I mean, he did coach at USC. I mean, come on.
Timing is everything. I mean, as a coach, you can't hate it.
But let me tell you what, and I think Nick Saban won't admit this. He will not admit this. But I think Nick Saban even told Lane Kiffin that the LSU job is better than Alabama.
Oh, so Caleb isn't. You can't just fire Caleb. So he's got to finish. If they don't make the playoffs this year, the board, Alabama coach, they don't make it this year, and then next year for some reason they don't make it, he's gone, dog.
Yeah.
I think he's leaving this year. I think he's leaving this.
No. He's got a contract. So
wait, real quick, because the game just started, but they Poole's back. Now, see, this is stuff I don't like. Poole's back, and he's Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Never mind. Forget that. I was gonna say he's back in the starting lineup, but he's not. They're still starting the.
Yeah, you could throw that out there.
Fears are still start.
Well, let's get out of here, guys. I know y'all want to go watch the game. I want to thank you.
Yeah, this is an intriguing game, guys.
Yeah.
Even though we got 3 wins to see Poole in this new offense.
Dave, Pancho, thank y'all, fellas. Y'all go watch the games, man.
Who that?
All right, guys.
Baby.
Be cool.
Hey, peace out later.